Today I'm going to do a review of the Cambofoto tripod. I bought this last night actually on Amazon. I think it was about $30, and I'm looking forward to a meteor shower that's supposedly supposed to happen tonight. The reason I bought it was because it has the adjustable camera mount on it. So basically you can kind of move it up and down and around and so forth. I had a previous type that actually you really couldn't do anything other than just lock it in place, and that was pretty much it. So anyways, I'm going to do an unboxing just to kind of a little review, see what it looks like. So I just unboxed it, pulled out the carrying case, and also see that it has an adapter on it that you can put your telephone or iPhone in it. So that's going to be great. So I'll go ahead and unzip it and see what else is inside. Basically unboxing everything, took it out of the bag. There's the tripod itself. It looks like there's several pieces I'm gonna have to kind of put together. So I'll go ahead and put those together and show you what it looks like assembled. It looks like this piece here, I'm just going to go ahead and screw it onto the top of the tripod mount. Pretty easy. Next piece of hardware is just this little hand tool here, and just kind of screw it in this hole at the bottom. It'll just kind of fasten tight, and that way you can move your camera around and you can move it up and down. This little knob here apparently basically tightens it into place or loosens it so that you can manipulate and move it around. The next piece of hardware are these little foot pads. Just look like they screw in the bottom of the legs. Just kind of flip it over and screw those in. I did notice in doing this that looks like they're adjustable. So maybe if you're working on, irregular surface or what have you, that they kind of bend around based on the ground you're working on. So go ahead and just screw these in here. Seems like they go in pretty smoothly. This last one here. Okay. And regarding the mount, just notice there's this little lever here. Just kind of pull it back. Looks like you have to kind of push it all the way back, and this top piece just pops out of there. So it actually comes with a second one of these, which it looks like it'd be interchangeable. So maybe you have one for your video camera and then another one for your telephone. So I'm gonna put the one in my telephone just to kind of see how easily it works in there. So to put it back in, just kind of pop it and lock it back down. So that's pretty simple. I went ahead and grabbed the phone attachment, and I was just kind of looking as far as applying this down on there, kind of screwing it. I noticed there's a little key here in the very bottom that you can turn to lock it in place. Just kind of turn that key, and then that will lock it in place. So then that way you have your phone attachment that you can put on the tripod. And I believe this just kind of opens, has like a spring in it, so it'll open and close and kind of puts a little bit of pressure on there for when you put your telephone in the mount. As for the mount on the top here, basically again, just pull that tab back and the piece pops out. And then for the new one, just kind of slide it in and lock it. I noticed on this one here, it actually has a knob on the back that you can adjust basically the angle of the camera. It doesn't tilt or anything, but I guess that's basically how you would, why you would use this piece here to kind of adjust it up or down. So that's a pretty handy feature. So I went ahead and just grabbed my camcorder and attached it on the bottom. looks like it has this little screw-in area here, and then this little, it's like a bracing point. Just kind of connect the two, and then screw those in there. There you go. So then now the base is on there tight. So then that way I can kind of switch in and out if I want to use my video camera versus using my telephone. So here you can see I went ahead and just mounted my video camera on there. So you can see how easy it kind of maneuvers around. Basically, I guess kind of up and down. And then again, if you want to lock it, just kind of screw this knob here, and that'll lock it in place so it doesn't go up and down as easily, rather. Let's put it that way. And so basically it's pretty maneuverable as far as if you want to kind of catch a shot that's kind of in motion. Sometimes I like to video like the ocean, things like that, so it's kind of nice to be able to pan around without my hand shaking the whole time holding my iPhone. So I'm really looking forward to being able to kind of maneuver the camera around so easily. All right, now that the camera's mounted, I noticed this little lever here, and basically if you turn it, it just raises the height up, I guess, for those shots. Instead, you don't have to kind of get down and, you know, adjust the legs. You can basically just do it manually here with this little lever. And then this little knob here, if you tighten it, basically locks the camera in place. So kind of loosen it, and I guess obviously hold this while you're doing that. Lower the camera down, and then just tighten the knob, and that'll lock that in place. And working the camera, I wasn't sure exactly initially when I set this into the bottom of the camera. Whenever it went in, it was kind of sitting in this direction. So whenever you would tilt this kind of up and down, I realized it's not going to be able to kind of go up and down this way. So basically just loosen this key up here and pivoted this around kind of in this direction, and then kind of tighten it down. And then when I set it back into the mount, like that, now I can go up and down with the camera. So before, when I was kind of showing the image, I didn't realize that I could do that. So I did that for both the camera and the telephone. So that's going to be a lot handier for, you know, maneuverability and kind of getting in different angles and directions. I was just kind of showing how tall this is. And also I just wanted to mention, it has a little key here that if you loosen that up slightly, it causes this base to kind of lift up and down. And I just tried it earlier. If you take it all the way out, basically you can take this off of here. So I'm not sure exactly why you would need to do that, but if you needed to, maybe if it was dirty or something like that and just needed to pull it off and clean it. So then just basically just close it back down, tighten it up, and lock it in place. And then that way you're kind of good to go. Just wanted to show this one little feature, that it has a leveling bubble in the stand. That way I guess you can adjust it and make sure that your stand is completely level, or as level as it possibly can be. In the center here, as far as pulling the legs up, there's a little knob here. You basically just kind of adjust that and it'll pull the legs in together. And if you push it down, it'll put the legs apart, and then just turn it to the right and it locks the legs in place. It also has this little, it's like a tote holder or something that you would, you know, hold your supplies. Just kind of a little hook there to kind of connect onto as far as whatever's necessary as far as your video equipment or what have you. Just wanted to show these leg extensions here. If you pull out on the tab, it'll slide down. You can kind of adjust the height. Just kind of see my hand there adjusting the height. So you just kind of lock it in place like that. And then there's another one up here just to kind of show as far as sliding it up and down, whatever your height is that you want it to be. I went ahead and fully extended it, and I would gather it's probably about 6'5" in total height. That's how tall I am. It goes right up to the top of my head. And that's fully extended with the crank wind. So that's pretty amazing, pretty impressive as far as, I guess, if you want to try to shoot kind of down on something. or you have to shoot over like a bush or something, you know, really tall. So I'm really looking forward to using this tonight. We're supposed to have a meteor shower, and I want to put my camcorder out there and see if I can catch some footage. If I do, I'll definitely will post that. So hopefully this video has been helpful. I will put the link in the description if anybody's interested. So thank you very much, and hope you have a great day.